It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between our visitors and the Toronto Huskies. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down and another run with Edmonds. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Mayfield now. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield. He's got his tight end fan. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
They brought in the heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Running left, here's Edmonds. And he's brought down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So first and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick six. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Chase Edmonds taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Huskies are an extra point away from drawing level. McManus's point after is good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And he returns this to the 22. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
These two teams all tied after one. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Wilson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Rolling to his left. And this one's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he's brought down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Elijah Moore. 40 yards. And the aftershocks have moved out in front. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that makes the score 14-7. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They go play action. Mayfield. This is the tight end fan. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And now Edmonds going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. That's swung out to Mostert. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Play action. Now Wilson. Open man is Denzel Mims. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They hand it off to Mostert. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 3rd down, Wilson. They'll roll him out right toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. There's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now Wilson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
On 1st down, Edmonds. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, they run with Edmonds. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The kick by McManus is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the...
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. On the handoff, this is Mostert. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing is Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And on now is the punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On third down, Mayfield. And this pass broken up. But the contact well-timed there, and now fourth down. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Second down, here's Mostert again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's going the other way. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds, and he's going to take this one down to the 25. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 25 on second down, Mayfield. They'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
On first down, Edmonds. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Huskies are able to move back in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. That is caught by Mims. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mostert. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. This is Mostert. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Here's Mostert. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Wilson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this kick is not gonna get there. It's short and no good. So this game's had a little bit of everything. Here's another little something. A potential game-tying fourth-quarter field goal that winds up hitting iron.
And there's always a chance that it's going to hit and bank itself in, but no such luck that time. And that's a body blow right there.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this, a very important drive, leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Second down and another run with Edmonds. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Edmonds. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 74 yards on the ground for him so far. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Mayfield. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Another carry now for Edmonds. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night, everybody.